Hello, my name is Matt Ferreri, and I'm the Director of School Counseling Services here at Westmore Central High School. I want to speak to you briefly about the new school counseling model we will begin to employ at West Morris during the 2021-2022 school year. Before I do that, let me speak to you briefly about the model we had been using up until this point, and that was a grade alpha assignment model. What that meant was the 5 counselors at West Morris were assigned students in grades 9, 10, 11, and 12 based upon the alphabet. As a result, counselors had a caseload of approximately 215 students. Given that each counselor had students in all 4 grades, every month, they were presented with specific tasks they had to complete for those students. For example, in September, a school counselor had to work with their seniors to make sure that applications were ready for submission to colleges and universities throughout the country. In addition, that same counselor had to work with 9th grade students to make sure that that student was having a successful transition into high school. Additionally, counselors had to work with their 10th and 11th grade students to monitor their academic progress and address any needs that they had. Each month, counselors, to the best of their ability, were able to meet the needs of all 4 grade levels. However, they're being pulled in 4 different directions, and we began to wonder if there was a better way to do school counseling at Westmore Central. What we came up with was the grade looping assignment model. At the June board meeting, the Board of Education approved the addition of a 6th counselor at Westmore Central High School. So caseloads will go from 215 students to approximately 180 students. What we will now do with these 6 counselors is we will break them up into 2 teams. Next year, one team of counselors will work with grades 9 and 11. Next year, the other 3 counselors will work with grades 10 and 12. Counselors will follow their grade level throughout all 4 years of high school. So what that means, next year, an incoming freshman will have the same counselor all 4 years in high school. The rationale is simple. The grade 9 and 11 team next year will have no responsibility for seniors, meaning in the beginning months of school, these counselors will not have to work with any seniors on college application submission. Instead, they can focus their attention solely on the incoming freshman class and making sure that they're set up for success. You'll see listed here a slew of lessons that counselors are going to go into the classrooms to work with the incoming freshmen on to make sure that they have the tools for a successful transition into high school. Once they've done that, then the counseling team can turn their attention to the grade 11 students and begin to prepare them for the college search process. Our other team, our grade 10 and 12 team, in the beginning of the year will be focused solely on the applications of students. This team will work closely with seniors to make sure that their applications are ready for submission to the colleges and universities of their choice. Once we have gotten those applications out, we've set those seniors up, we can now turn our attention to our 10th grade students and begin to prepare them for career exploration, beginning exploration of the IB diploma and IB career related programs, as well as touch upon some college search lessons during the middle of the year. The benefits to the grade level looping assignments is as follows. First, they will have the same counselor all 4 years. Second, we are able to meet the growing needs of our students by creating these 2 teams of counselors. Additionally, our school administrators are assigned grade levels. These administrators will be able to work closely with the counseling teams to identify the specific needs of each grade level. Not only does the decrease in caseload mean that we have increased availability, but by targeting the needs of grade levels at a specific time of year, we have increased the availability of counselors as well. For example, an incoming freshman or a freshman will no longer have to fear going down to the counseling office in September only to see their counselor working with a senior on college applications. The grade 9 and 11 school counselor won't be working with those seniors. Their attention will be on the freshmen. And again, targeted and focused counseling specific to grade level needs that we hadn't been able to do to the level that we wanted to in the past. There are certainly some questions that come up as a result of this. Yes, there will be some students that will be assigned a new counselor next year. This certainly is concerning, I'm sure, to our seniors and their parents that may receive a new counselor. One of the things I need you to understand and remember is that the previous counselor will still write the letter of recommendation for the student that has been assigned to a new counselor. Additionally, our counseling department is very cohesive and collaborative. The old counselor and the new counselor can work together to make sure that the needs of the student are being met. I would encourage anyone that has received a new counseling assignment to reach out to that counselor to set up a time to meet with them once the school year begins. For the parents that have multiple students at West Morris Central High School, if you have a student in grade 9 and 11 next year, you'll have the same counselor. Additionally, if you have a student in grades 10 and 12, your students would be assigned to the same counselor. If your students are in grades 9 and 10, or 10 and 11, or 11 and 12, you would in fact have different counselors. Again, each grade level has specific needs, and we want the counselors to be able to focus on those needs. This change will take place relatively quickly. Beginning the week of July 19th, letters will be sent home identifying if your student has in fact received a new counselor and who that new counselor is. And this change will take effect beginning August 2nd. I thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email. But again, we believe this new counseling model will allow our counselors to best meet the needs of our students here at West Morris Central High School. Thank you.